What is up, everybody, and welcome back to The Intern. My name is Chadwell, and today, like always, another interesting video for you here on the channel, whose values have gone up the most. So if you were watching the video on Friday, you saw whose values have gone up, or not gone up, decreased the most. Today we're going to be talking about the people who've gone up the most. We had 8 people for the decrease, a little more negative type of video, so we had a little less people, and also it's kind of subjective how you feel it. The ones that I kind of mentioned where I feel like it's a everyone agrees type of thing, while this one is more of a, I would say, my opinion, and also we have more because a lot of people have done better than worse this season. So, and that's a good thing. You always want to see that in the NBA. So we're going to talk about why people have gone up, why they've kind of been insane recently. And yeah, let's just get started with Cade Cunningham. If we're going to talk about people who have done amazing this season and have been real, and I mean real improvement, it is Cade Cunningham, somebody that in a lot of leagues, you're probably looking at top 15, and now he's definitely, I would have to say, like top 9, top 8. Cade Cunningham is somebody that is by far great when it comes to his PRAs, his assisting, his rebounding. He has stocks that he can get as well, and his three-point shooting is something that not a lot of people thought could be as amazing, and it's looking great for him. So, of course, it has to be just the play for him, and it's been great to see the Pistons do well, and Cade Cunningham is definitely a catalyst to that, and I think it's really just his play, his ability to pass to his teammates, and I plan and I expect to see this continue for Cade Cunningham. Up next, we have Amen Thompson. It really is him now looking like the franchise player. I think there is times where we see Amen Thompson go back to what it was, and you could say, oh, Shadwell, it's really because of injury he's doing this well. Well, I would have to say that Amen Thompson in his second year was obviously going to get a boosted role when Ime Udoka saying, we love this guy no matter what. Jabari Smith goes down. He goes to the starting lineup. Obviously, that's going to give him some more minutes, and he looked fantastic, and he worked well with Franz Wagner. He's somebody that is like a dual taller guard, but also can play the forward position because he's long and lengthy, and he's super athletic. He's very, and I mean, versatile. I mean, you think about how he could probably be matched up from anywhere from 1 through 4, and it would work out well. But he's also defending the best player by far for the team. And then you have, even Fred VanVleet going out at times, and he's the main point guard for them. And Amen Thompson just looks insane. I think that's the thing, is that for a team that has Alperen Sengun, you're looking at a team that can easily have, what's it called? When you have Alperen Sengun as your main, probably creating the offense, whatever it might be, you then have players that have to play either off ball, maybe not control the ball at times, and Amen Thompson can do that. He's super athletic. He can move around a player. He doesn't have to have the ball in his hands all the time. Now, when he does have the ball in his hands, very good, but also it's just amazing to see how well he can play defensively. I cannot say more. I mean, truthfully, and this is maybe more bias on my side, Amen Thompson is one of my favorite players that I have been scouting since literally end of 2022 draft, seeing what he would become. I said a lot of times that he would probably be the number 2 guy in this draft class, depending on how Scoot Henderson did, but I said he would also be number 3 because, again, Scoot Henderson looked so well, and number 1 obviously was Wemby. But Amen Thompson, man, he's going to be amazing, truthfully amazing. Up next, we have Franz Wagner, and it really is an injury with Paulo because his play without Paulo, not play with Paulo, I guess both play with Paulo as well, really was the reason that we saw an all-star Franz. If it wasn't for Paulo being out, would we see this Franz? It's kind of a harder answer to say yes to, but I do believe that we would have seen a version of this Franz. And Paulo being out just helped Franz Wagner really look like he was the all-star he meant to be. In my opinion now, I have to say, I think Franz Wagner is definitely somebody that is a top-tier player and a franchise player for the Orlando Magic. And the way that he can pass and he can rebound, he is going to be the next guy for them. And if the Magic don't sign him, he'll be a guy for another team. So I feel confident with Franz Wagner being on my team. Up next, we have Tyler Herro. It is really more the Jimmy Butler trade making him the true franchise player. But I have to say, even before the Jimmy Butler trade, it was really his play. I think Tyler Herro has shown that when the offense is running around him or running through him, I wouldn't say running through him because I think Bam Adebayo running the offense has helped a lot. Tyler Herro can score the ball, and he's shown that his efficiency is very well. He's not becoming as inconsistent as he used to be. Tyler Herro is improving on all cylinders, and you have to give the flowers to Tyler Herro. He has been insane, and honestly, I have to say that I think Tyler Herro is somebody that's worth trading for, maybe a superstar for him. I mean, I think it's only going up from here, and if you're in a scoring league, then of course you want Tyler Herro there. His assist numbers are crazy, maybe not rebounds or stocks, but he's definitely someone that's going to get the ball in the bucket. Truthfully, just going to go insane. Up next, we have Austin Reaves. Now, originally, I thought Austin Reaves probably similar, same thing, but really his play has shown a different level for him that with Luka now being here, it looks like he can succeed with Luka and LeBron being on the same court. And that's kind of insane to say. I didn't think that we would see that type of Austin Reaves, but we are definitely seeing it now. And when Luka or LeBron's out, which, that's two superstars that at times will have to go out because of certain reasons, because they're trying to rest the players, Austin Reaves will eat. And I think that's a good thing that you want to have. I think Austin Reaves can somewhat eat when he's the third star, but when players are out, he's getting you crazy points. We saw when LeBron and Luka Doncic were out, Austin Reaves was putting up 47-7. That's crazy to say that Austin Reaves got that, but he did. And then granted, it's I think a Jazz. Was it the Jazz? No, Pacers. It was against the Pacers, which they are horrible defensively. But still, Austin Reaves is somebody that I would have to say is going up there in the top 60s, I think, when it comes to player value. And that's crazy to say from somebody from undrafted to randomly showed up to now a top 60 player. Wow. Up next, we have Dyson Daniels. This is really more to play. Dyson Daniels, especially when it comes to steals, could win you the category for just the week if you're playing 9 cat points leagues. He's obviously getting you a lot of steals to help out your league, while also now being able to assist, rebound, and score a little bit. Maybe not shoot the 3 ball as much, but he is scoring a little bit. Dyson Daniels, because of the trade from the Pelicans to the Hawks, is looking out of this world, and I think he will be a point to rebuild with if Trae Young is gone, or he's going to be their second guard by far. I kept saying so many times on my other channel, Lester Hadley's, go subscribe, that when Dyson Daniels joined this team, he just filled in the locker of DeJounte. That's all he did. And I think personally that at the time, it wasn't that great of a trade because Dyson Daniels was a little iffy. Now, I think it's not as bad. I still think it was a question mark with DeJounte Murray. Granted, he's out for the year. You can't really see how well he did. But Dyson Daniels, obviously, is somebody that just filled in what DeJounte Murray had, but they still gave more touches to Trae Young rather than Dyson Daniels having those touches, which I think obviously helped the team. But Dyson Daniels has showed offensively or defensively that he could have been better than DeJounte Murray. Up next, we have Josh Hart. It really is the better than predictions because I think when Josh Hart was getting drafted, his ADP, when Josh Hart last year was getting drafted, we obviously think that he's down on the pecking order and he's not going to be somebody that is going to score as much and he's not going to be someone that's going to do as well because of OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Karl-Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson. There's a lot of players that had to get their touches. Josh Hart is up there with all the superstars. I think, truthfully, Josh Hart is getting the same stats as superstars in this league that you would hope to get drafting in the second or third round. He's getting those stats. If you drafted Josh Hart in the 5th to 6th round, even later, my God, you are winning. You are winning your league because of Josh Hart. The ability to get triple doubles, and granted, maybe it's because everyone should have known that, Thibs was going to make him play 48 minutes a night, it feels like. Josh Hart is insane. He just plays so well for the New York Knicks, and his ability to rebound as a guard is insane and something you want on your team. Up next, we have Tari Eason. It's more because of the play. He's not becoming like a franchise player. I think he does work really well for an Ime Udoka offense and defense. But with the injuries, and he's kind of been injured as well, Tari Eason has been able to step up. And I think we've seen a lot of stocks from him. We've seen a lot of, even scoring and rebounding from him. We've just seen Tari Eason grow as a player. And I think with that being said, you want that on your team. I think those are the individuals that kind of help win your week. And I think Tari Eason being a part of this list is very deserving because of his ability from last year to be someone that was iffy and just like a mouthpiece when it came to the Warriors almost, to now being Tari Eason, the guy that you can pick up and you can for sure start him and he'll get some points for you. Up next, we have Trey Murphy III. I kept him last because I really want to talk about how Trey Murphy III, in my opinion, out of all of this list, I'm trying to see if I actually fully agree with this. Who was the second person I said? Not Franz. I'm maybe Tyler Herro. Maybe Josh Hart. I think out of this whole entire list, or maybe Amen Thompson, Amen or Trey Murphy, I would have to say this. Trey Murphy III has probably jumped up the most for me. I think when I saw Trey Murphy III, I saw a guy that obviously was ready to be traded for the Pelicans to get a win-now player, and he was going to do good. Now, with injuries to Ingram, Zion, DeJounte, CJ at times, Trey Murphy III has shown that he can kind of shot create, which is crazy to say for an athletic guy. And now, even next year to whatever it might be, I'm seeing all-star potential with this guy. And I think the trade with Ingram is going to unlock it. I think they're going to know that Zion's their 1, DeJounte might be their 2, Trey Murphy's the 3. And I think in due time, Trey Murphy will become the 2, maybe the 1 at times. I think Trey Murphy, I'm just the ability to fill the stat sheet, the ability to do stocks, and the ability to actually shot create now. I'm starting to believe in Trey Murphy III, and I believe that this guy is the guy now for the Pelicans. Him and Zion are up there for me. But other than that, I mean, DeJounte's not it. It's really one or the other. Up next, we have Jalen Johnson. I got to say, I kept him last on here because I think this season we again saw another all-star performance from Jalen Johnson. The injury took him out for the rest of the season, though. It sucks that we didn't see Jalen Johnson play for the rest of the season. But I am going to say play that when it comes to a dynasty perspective, maybe not redraft if you're in redraft leagues, but in dynasty perspective, he's up there. He's top 20. I think his ability to, again, get steals, his ability to rebound, score, and he plays very well with Trey, looks amazing. Now, if Trey leaves, I have to say that I think a lot of people think Jalen Johnson obviously is the one guy over there and he's going to help him even more. I'm starting to be a little worried that maybe, and this is me just maybe being a little worried, Trey is really helping with Jalen Johnson and helping the offensive creation. It could be like how we see with a Laurie or a Scotty Barnes where, they're on this tanking team. Sometimes it's not helping them, but at other times they look insane. I believe Jalen Johnson's still going to be great and still be a top 20 player. But Jalen Johnson has been amazing this season, even though his season got cut a little short.